Today I have a stationery haul for you, some bits which I've already had and some bits which I bought for the new term. But firstly, I've just bought a new notebook, so I like to have a new notebook every term really. Organising my notes is something which I find really useful, but I'll have a little A5 notebook like this one to write down my notes in lectures, and then I'll rewrite them up in separate books when I come home that evening. Oh, that's better. Often in lectures I will write scruffy notes, and to be honest, carrying around 3 separate notebooks if I've got 3 separate lectures, one after the other, it's really quite heavy. So I like to have little notebooks and carry them around. This one is from Home Bargains and it was only 99p, and I thought it was really pretty for 99p. Something else which kind of falls under both these categories. So these are new. These are from IKEA. These are felt tip pens and they were £2 just for this pack of felt tips. But I also have a pot of Sharpies as well. Now I'd recommend getting both because obviously Sharpies go through a lot more things, but Sharpies are actually really useful for making big posters, big revision posters when you get to the end. And if it's something that you enjoy doing and you can make something more colourful, it's a lot easier to revise because you'll enjoy doing it more. I'm a sucker for making a big poster, but I love felt tip pens and they're always really good for writing on your things in your kitchen as well when you move into halls. Obviously a lot of people are going to go to certain shops, mainly a big Swedish furniture brand, and often people will end with the same things. Sharpies solve that solution. Just write your initial on the bottom of it or on the handle or anything like that, and you know what's yours. Something which I found really useful, which I bought recently, was this weekly planner. So I don't have that many contact hours. I currently have 6 contact hours a week in lecture time, and I have 2 placement hours a week, and then the rest is self-study. So I have to manage my time, because obviously if I just let myself go and do whatever I wanted, I probably wouldn't get a lot done. So this weekly planner allows me to do that. It just has the days of the week down the side, including the weekend, so I can plan what I want to do for the weekend. By having it up on your wall, you'll see what you need doing by when and have deadlines down, and it's a really productive way to see visually when you wake up what you need to do that day. I had to buy some more of these yesterday because I actually ran out because I use them that much. But these are little record cards. So they're like little revision cards, and these are actually different colours. So for these I'll write down key facts or key information for things I need to revise, things I need to remember. Particularly for my dissertation, I'm using these a lot. For my dissertation, I'm writing down the name of the study, the name of the year of the study, and then a little description about the study. So when I'm going through my dissertation and I can't quite remember why I put that one in, I can just refer back to this card rather than having to go to find the entire paper. And being organised and using cards like this really does help, because when push comes to shove and you do get to deadline day and you are starting to get stressed, it's better to have it done and ready. Another thing I bought, I don't know if you can notice, but colour is a big theme throughout the stationery haul. I love things with colour on. I am dyslexic and colour is a really good way to help me revise. If I revise in black and white, a lot of it doesn't stick. By taking these to lectures, if I have something really important, I can use a red pen. If it's something that I need to remember to do, I can remember to use a blue pen. If it's something that I need to look up in self-study, I can use the orange pen. So I can start to self-code, and it just helps a lot easier to have those notes in colour, and then when you're writing them down, like I say, they look a lot prettier. Something else which I bought from Tesco as well the other day, these were £1 and they're little index markers. So I'm just going to show you what I've done on this. Now this is a recipe book, but I do this for my revision books as well. So I go through and mark the important pages. So this is actually a really useful uni tip as well. I find recipes that I like to do and I put a little tab in them, and then when I'm hungry I can just flick through and find the tab. So what's this? Oh, cake. How convenient. And just find different things really quickly. So when I've got a free afternoon, I'll do that. But these are also really good for revision. So say if you've been assigned a chapter or assigned a certain page, you can mark out where it is, and then if you've got a journey, like a train journey or a coach journey, where you've got some time to read, you can just get it out and you haven't got to worry about going through your phone trying to find the lecture where it said the assigned chapter, because you'll have already marked it out. This is a new purchase and I'm really excited to use it, and I've been waiting to finish this haul until I started using it because I don't want to fill it with my rubbish. But this semester I have a module where I have to go into a school and work with a child once a week, and that means I have a lot of resources and I have a lot of paperwork, and I don't want to confuse it and misfile it. Obviously I want to go into the school prepared, and this little folder allows me to do that because it does. Now I love things like this, and I especially like the design because I like things to be pretty. Final thing for this haul, because I realise it's already quite long, is this. So A3 drawing paper. Now I've sworn by this since my A-levels. I had a teacher introduce to me the idea of mind mapping, and I really didn't like mind mapping. I didn't like the idea of it, but then he was like, well, why don't you just write down everything you need to know on a massive piece of paper and then it's there? Because I was writing reams and reams of notes in my book and kind of not getting anywhere with it, and I couldn't like obviously visualise it. But instead now what I do is I get a massive piece of paper, write what I want in the middle and just write everything around it, and then I can go off and tick, and it's a really good visual. And having big paper like this really helps as well. It's kind of different to when it's on A4 and you've got to squish it all on. You've got the room to kind of draw pictures and help visualise. This paper really helped, and this pad was only like 79p or something like that, and I've honestly got through about 7 or 8 of these since I started uni. That's how much I've used this A3 paper. Okay, so hopefully that helps you. I really do love stationery, so I have a lot of it. If you have any questions, please do pop them in the comments, or would like any more advice. And if you are getting ready to go to uni, make sure you subscribe to this channel, as there is loads of videos about all different topics. So I'll see you soon. Bye!